On a hot afternoon in the summer of 1956, in the Middle East, history was being made with conflict and intrigue. The region was in chaos after Egypt's 1952 revolution, with several conflicts happening at the same time. The Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union made the Middle East a battleground for influence. Inside the region, different Arab factions were fighting for power amid a wave of nationalism. The ongoing Arab-Israeli conflict added more complexity, highlighting the political and military challenges. In this chaotic environment, Britain was trying to hold on to its influence, even as it weakened. The Suez Canal, crucial for trade, became the center of a confrontation that marked a major change in British history. On July 26, 1956, Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal, previously controlled by the Anglo-French Suez Canal Company. This move threatened British and French economic and strategic interests. Britain wanted to show that it was still strong. Britain made a secret plan with France and Israel, despite the risk of damaging relations with Washington and Arab states. On October 29, 1956, Israeli forces moved into the Sinai Peninsula, hoping to provoke Egypt. The next day, Britain and France gave an ultimatum to Egypt and Israel, demanding they stop fighting. They knew Egypt would refuse. Using this as an excuse, British and French forces started attacking Egyptian positions and landed at Port Said, aiming to take control of the Suez Canal and remove President Gamal Abdel Nasser from power. As soon as the invasion began, the world reacted strongly. President Dwight D. Eisenhower of the United States was very angry because he was not informed about the plan. He threatened to damage Britain's economy by selling American-held British bonds, which would make the British currency lose value. The International Monetary Fund refused to give Britain financial help, and Britain's money reserves started to decrease rapidly. The United Nations, with pressure from the United States and the Soviet Union, demanded an immediate ceasefire and withdrawal. The Soviet Union also threatened military action, further isolating Britain and France. Britain and France found themselves alone, facing intense international pressure. The pressure was too much to bear. Saudi Arabia stopped selling oil to Britain and France, and other countries followed suit. This caused a severe oil shortage. Britain's economy was in trouble, and they could not continue the military operation. By March 1957, British and French forces had to leave Egypt, marking a humiliating retreat. Israel had occupied the Gaza Strip and Sinai Peninsula for a short time, but the Suez Canal remained closed until March 1957, showing that the operation had failed. The Suez Crisis had lasting effects. Britain's reputation as a world power was severely damaged, and the United States and the Soviet Union became the main global powers. The crisis sped up the process of decolonization, with many former colonies pushing harder for independence. Economically, Britain was shown to be vulnerable, with its stability threatened by American actions and oil shortages. Britain had to rethink its foreign policy, leading to closer ties with Europe and more dependence on the United States. The Suez Canal Crisis is a key event that showed the end of British imperial power and the rise of a new world order. The dramatic twists and turns of the crisis, involving secret plans, international threats, and economic pressure, highlighted the deep humiliation that Britain faced, clearly marking the end of its era as a major global empire.